Okay, guys. Hello. Welcome to Saturday Night Threads. Yeah, my hair's a mess. I washed it this morning, but I don't know. It's off. I don't know why it's so off today. So I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna start from scratch here because I am doing knitting. So, hello again, and my name is Emma, and welcome. Okay, so yeah, I like doing a lot of crafts. I like doing anything that really is craft related. Drawing, cutting, um, all kinds of media, resin, jewelry making, baking, sewing, crocheting. I dabbed in, and even in, what are those things? Window cleans, shrinky-dinks. That's what I meant to say, shrinky-dinks. And yeah, I dipped in a lot of different stuff. Even porcelain clay, polymer clay, for making jewelry. So I've done all that. But right now, I already finished my sunflower crochet throw, which came out cute, I think. Well, for me anyway. I don't know. Everybody else might not like it. I don't know. But for the time that it took for me to do it, and from start to finish, I think it came out all right. It was the perfect size, for it to be just on top of my like my legs, and over my knees and my legs. So it's gonna be perfect for the the fall season. Okay, so we're gonna start from scratch. So right now, what I'm gonna be showing you is that I do definitely want to move on to sewing, but right now, what I'm trying to get back into, and that's I definitely want to get into it, and this is my the cables. So I think I've shown you this before. So this was the cables that I did, but as you can see, I just somehow managed to screw up over here, and then I ended up doing it again. So this is just like a practice work for me, and I'm gonna keep practicing until I get it right. And I just noticed there's no yarn on here, no ball of yarn, so I probably used it up. I don't know. I'll just buy another one. But yeah, probably cut it. But I'm keeping this one as a what would you call it? Like my own sample, so I can remember how to do it. Now, one thing that I was really happy about is that this is the needle, to do your cables. You can do it without this, but it's a little bit more trickier. And I did find my tiny one. I couldn't find the small. I had one a little bit smaller than this, and it's for more intricate, smaller garments. Like if you're making, like blankets for children or for infants, then you need the tiny one because you don't want the infant to be under something so thick, because they sweat, they sweat a lot, especially, don't ever put this on top of a baby, during the summer. Oh my God, no. But yeah, so usually the tiny cable stick that I have is a lot smaller, and I found it because I was looking through my jewelry stash, and I was like, there it is. So it's in one of those buckets down there below. So, but for right now, I'm using this one. Hopefully, if I can find, I do have a book for how to knit for children. So I don't think it was on here, was it? Anyway, if I find it, because I know I have it, it's for children, I'll start knitting something for children as well. But I really, really want to get into sewing as well. I want to learn how to sew. But I'll probably end up start sewing like for... Dun, dun, dun. like for children first, because I remember reading a book that if you're going to learn how to sew, start small and then work your way up. Okay, so happy that I found the little one. Okay, so this is going to be for a later time, so I'm going to put this away. Oh yeah, this is another reason why I really want to get into sewing. I think I showed you guys this before, is because I want to learn how to make aprons. And I'm going to see if I can find, because every time I try to look for a Halloween apron, I can never find one. So maybe I could find a Halloween pattern and I'll just make that and get it ready for Halloween. So maybe I'll do that before the cozies. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, I was going to put this in. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here so I can save it. Now, when you don't do something for a long time, I'll guarantee you're going to forget, just like I forget so many things. Like, I forgot how to do a slip knot, and I was like, how the heck did I do a slip knot? And I couldn't remember at all, how I did it, but I'm like, well, I got to get back into it. I got to learn how to do this. So I remember that I started with, this, and I used my 2 fingers and I just wrapped it around, holding it. And
we're missing
I just went, it's right there. I had to use it in order to put the line on. So I make the ring around my finger, and then I go in, and then I just pull it up. No, wait, that didn't work out. See, if you don't do this, and I just did it. Oh my God. Okay. So if you don't do this like it says to do it, you will definitely, not get it right. Okay, I'm doing something wrong. I hate making slip knots because every time I do it, I always I don't know why, I always screw up. I don't know why. God. And I just did it, just not too long ago. I got it on there. Okay, you want to know what? I'm gonna go back because I was on a tutorial, and I was like, because I was looking up how to do slip knots, because when you're just starting out, it's like, you gotta go through the whole thing all over again. You have to like tell your brain how you did it. I think I did this one, she did this one, and there's different varieties how to do it, but I could always just get a crochet needle and do it that way. That's like, simple, but I hate all these ends. Turn away. Okay, so I'm just gonna put down, and still another ad. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna keep trying. No, she was all the way at the end because she was doing all these different slip knots, but the one I remember was the one with the 2 fingers.
Don't forget that you jumped, okay?
You jump.
You jumped.
You jump.
Why did you jump?
No, why did you jump?
Okay, so
I didn't
apparently,
jump. You jumped. It's your Roblox character.
okay.
Because you touched my screen.
But it's your Roblox character.
Doesn't matter. You were the one who touched my screen.
So that's exactly what I did. For some reason, it's not coming out for me. She wrapped it around twice.
That I'm writing your shit.
Did she go into the second one?
Still jump though.
She went up.
What is up?
Okay, let's do this again.
Don't forget to
Don't
like
go-
and subscribe.
Okay, thank you, honey.
Seriously, like what?
Okay. Oh, I think I know what happened. She crossed it. Okay, now I did. That's why I didn't cross it. And you know, when you do things like this, it's like you don't remember, you know, something simple like that. You're bound to forget. Now, as far as the what do you call it? I think it was this way. As far as you have to now add the, I'm gonna turn this around. Now you have to, you know, do the cast. You cast that. So I go through this book. It's the knitting book, and just like this. Like I said, if you don't do it for a while, you're bound. You know, if you don't do it frequent enough, you're going to forget. Now there's different ways. She did the slip knot around the two fingers too, but it doesn't show you how you do it like from the top. It's like, you know, like on the side. Okay, so we're going to do the casting on. So since I already have that one stitch, we are going to hold. I'm going to hold this one here, and I think I was okay. So I always make sure that the yarn that I'm not working with is on the left side, because the one I need to work with is the one that's coming out of the ball. So I put it around my finger and I hold these two here. You really should make like tension if you can here. And what you're gonna do is that you're gonna have, it's gonna look like this, and you're gonna come in here under the thumb, go under here. Let's see. Gonna go here, go under the thumb, and pull it, and then just pull your finger out. Now it should go easier than this, but sometimes when you haven't done it for a long time, it just gets hard. So I'm gonna see, because I want to see if I'm doing it right, because it shouldn't be that hard to get off my thumb. Knitting cast on. I mean, everybody does it differently. And I don't know why I'm having a hard time getting it off my finger. And then when you do one video, because this is the one I was using. So I think that's what I was doing wrong. I wasn't holding them. I wasn't holding them. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. So now, so I was supposed to hold these two and I didn't. So you hold both the yarns, you put both fingers in, and now it's supposed to be like a triangle. Then you come in here, you come out through here, and you should be able to take your finger out. Almost the same thing, but this just seems so loose. But okay, so you got them both. You got both strings, right? You put your hands, has like a triangle. You go under your thumb, over, and then you just pull it out. So you hold both strings, open it up for a triangle, and okay, and there we go. So yeah. So I'm just going to keep doing this until I get enough stitches on there. I knew I was doing something wrong. And like I said, when you don't practice enough on something, you're going to forget. You're going to literally forget. So I want to make sure I have that the yarn's coming out of here, because I want to make sure my tail's on that side. So again, we hold both strings, put your finger in there. So I was like, I don't know why it's not, coming out right. It should slip out so easily. Okay, so, even if it goes down, that's okay. You still gotta hold something. You put your two fingers in. It's not gonna look like a triangle anymore, but you'll still be able to cast on. And from here, that one got messed up. You hold the two strings, open it up, you go under by where the thumb is, over the one that's stretching, and you just pull up. And again, hold the two strings, put both fingers in, you go under the thumb, over the one that's straight across, and just pull up. Now you can do this until as many stitches as you want on here, okay? It's really totally, it's up to you. And then the more you do it, the faster you're going to get those stitches on there. Now I want to put quite a bit on here because I want to see if I could start knitting, because I feel like I haven't been knitting like for years, and it probably has been for years. Like I said, once you start, once you get the hang of it, it's just going to go faster and faster. And I like to have a good number of stitches. I don't know, that might be enough. What do you think? Is that enough? Now you have to remember the string is going to go this way, okay? You still got to try to hold it. You might not even have to hold it that much, but you still got to hold something, okay? It was more or less just in the beginning because you need something to anchor those stitches to. And like I said, there's a lot of tutorials, but you'd be better off. You need a book as well, something that could really show you how to do it while you're looking at a book as well. Okay, maybe just a few more. I think that's enough. Okay, so I think that's good enough. So now there was this different way of knitting, which I've been watching, and they're like, oh, well, if you knit this way, your knitting will go a lot faster, and it's called the continental knitting versus the regular knitting. Cable, this is cable method. Oh, this is also, okay, so this is a cable way. So there's two methods here of how to cast on. 17, 18. Okay, so the basic stitches for knitting. So the basic stitching for knitting is, I don't know, it all depends how you want to hold your yarn, to tell you the truth. I need another needle. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I need another needle. Okay, so you have this, okay, and you're probably going to need your on here. And the one thing about this is that your yarn is not going to be on your hand. I mean, some people have it on their hand, but you can. I mean, sometimes you have to. Let me see, where are we at? Because, I feel like I'm starting all over. Okay. There's long. So there's a lot of ways of how to knit for beginners. But that's how I feel. Now they do have the continental. I like to see how people hold their yarn. Because there's always different, like I said, they use their yarn, everybody holds their yarns differently. I hate going through tutorials sometimes because they just like, oh my god, they literally have, and drag on. Okay. See, people hold their yarns differently. Okay, let me see how. I want to see how he's holding his yarn. A guy is doing this one. So, he's just holding his yarn. Where's my needle? He's just holding his yarn around. And you have to make sure. I would push mine like all the way to the front. Because you want your stitches to be all the way here. Okay, so you're knitting. You're gonna go under. I'm pretty sure it's under. needle with the stitch on left hand, loose yarns in the back of the work, insert the needle from the left to the right, from the right, and then you pull out your stitch, and it's not working. What?
Can I have some cough medicine? Me and Jose were playing around,
And
and I can already feel my coughs getting harder.
you can feel your coughs getting harder.
And it's starting to hurt.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna. Can you go over there, and I'll give it to you?
Okay.
All right.
Give me 1
Just
second.
no. Come on. No.
Hello.
Okay. So I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna continue practicing on this, and then I'll just take it all apart. I'll just take it all apart next week, and then I'll just do it all over again with you from where I started today to putting the stitches on and doing practicing to knit and purl, because that's what makes the fabric. You gotta not only knit, which you could only knit, but you gotta purl, and that's what makes the ribbing. You knit and purl, knit, like you knit 3 times, you purl 3 times, you knit 3 times, you purl three times, and that's what starts making the patterns. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here for now, and I'm gonna practice during the week, and then we'll jump right back on it. I am gonna see if I could find a Halloween pattern so I could start making the apron, because I really want a Halloween apron. I have one black one, I have one with wine and everything on it, and I don't like the one with the wine bottles on it, but I should just make my own apron. Okay, guys, so like a fish in the sea, so glad you caught me, and we will catch you next week on Saturday Night Threads. Bye.